everybody, and welcome. Today, I'm here with a new game. We are checking out Loop Hero. It's a brand new RPG, not RPG, why did I say that? Card builder, roguelike auto battler. That's what I meant to say, roguelike, not RPG. My brain's been in all sorts of different wires getting crossed right now. That's alright. We're checking it out. It's brand new. I'm going to have a link for it in the description. Make sure you definitely check it out. It sounds like a weird mess of different genres that won't combine very well, but trust me, once we get going, it'll be great. I have played a little bit, so we're going to get another save file going up over here. I played a bit so I can get my feet in the water, and I didn't realize I'd be recording it until I started playing it, and I realized it'd be a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'll get the tutorial going so you can all read the story as well. Stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there's still hope. I need to make it before it's too late, as Cthulhuian stuff happen over here. The sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed, even the memory of it will be gone. Even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Bam, and welcome to the game. So as the basic premise of it, it sets up the roguelike in a lore friendly way, and I always appreciate it when games can tie back in their mechanics into the world itself, so that's cool. Already big pluses from me. Anyways, here's our character down here. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. Alright, yeah. I know the tutorial's going to skip over some of the mechanics, and I'll explain it to you in my own words as we get going here. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall, if such a thing as night still even exists without a sky, of course. Yeah. Day cycles. A living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Correct, and here's the fight. Thank you, tutorial. Beautiful. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. I think that I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? Yeah, we can place down cards. I'll go into everything once we get in on our own first run and explain how things are going. We got a rat wolf coming up. Gonna murder him. Very good. Forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream, or remembered as a bad. Damn. It's good that nobody is listening. I feel you. You try to make a joke and it ends up being terrible. Got a forest, doesn't matter. New sword, that's cool. Got some rocks, sweet. Great, so there's a mountain over there, and here's a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. Yeah. And then we're gonna go back to camp here. I think it's time to get some rest. We'll go ahead and retreat here. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of those problems. Our building. Hey, would you look at that? How convenient. We have just enough resources to make a campfire. Alright, tutorial over. Yeah, some more lore stuff pop up as we get some more stuff going here, but now we can just get into the game proper here, and I'll explain some stuff. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. So this is Loop Hero. It is, as I mentioned before, a deck builder, roguelike, auto battler. So we are this little guy here. We're going to be walking around this loop and coming back to the campfire. We get to fight things along the path, and we auto fight them which means we don't have any input. The character here is going to be doing it all on their own. The only thing we control is the equipment we can give them and the things we can build along the path. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place. It's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst saver of all. Let's do this. So yep, that's where the roguelite comes in. Every time that we retreat to get resources, it will reset the loop back to square one. Kill this slime here real quick. Beautiful. You can see we got an axe and a ring. And we got our first card, a battlefield. So this is going to spawn a chest every loop, every time we walk around the loop, and it will make enemies come back as ghosts if they die in its range, which is something we don't necessarily want. Alright, so that's 2 magic damage or 2 defense. Give me the defense. It doesn't really matter so early on. I'm going to be replacing all this loot. But yeah, this is a really cool game, for sure. Definitely go check it out. It is a lot of fun, and especially when we get going here, you'll see there's a lot of synergies and strategies you have to build around in this game. Alright, keep on going, kill some slimes here. I always wondered, a little bit of a tangent I suppose, how does killing a slime like even work? Because right, they're just a gelatinous mass, right? So if you like punched it, you just kind of sink into it and maybe send a little bit around, but the whole thing is just sentient. So I don't know how you would actually end up killing it. Is it only sentient if it's like in a large enough blob of slime? Or does it just like depend? Moving on. Alright, so we got a bunch of cards here. So rocks, they increase our overall HP. And what you want to do is if you get a 9x9 tile of them, you'll be able to create a mountain, which is what we're going for. Another battlefield, throw you over here, I suppose. Meadows will give us HP at the end of every day. Up here we have a day progress that goes along while we're walking and fighting. Got treasury, which is always really good. Give us good loot. We can fully surround it. Beautiful. And a beacon increases movement and attack speed. So we'll put that like down there in the center. Let's see if we can get another treasury. The one thing about treasuries is that they cannot be adjacent to anything. So you can't just cheat and just build it, destroy it, and then rebuild it. Aha, and we got just that. I'm going to put it there so we can double down on this. Put a spider cocoon there. Oh, beautiful. Things are going off. Pretty good start. Wonderful. And the whole goal right now is if we get our resources over here and bring those back to camp where we can build some better stuff. All with the end goal of killing the boss. And up here you can see the boss bar, and that'll fill up as we place down more and more tiles. And also kill enemies and complete loops and stuff. Alright, gonna kill up a slime. This is armor, it's exactly the same. Another meadow. And here we put down a grove and a spider cocoon. Groves give us wood, spawn rat wolves. Spider cocoons spawn spiders. Everybody's favorite. And we're just hoping for some better gear here. Chest. Alright, let's give us some good loot. Ooh, very good loot. So we got a scimitar, way better damage and attack speed, and a shield with vampirism. And that's what we're looking for. I've made it up to loop 2 in my free time here. And for loop 1, really what our main concerns is going to be. You got cemetery spawn skeletons. Skeletons are pretty hardcore. We'll put it just like up there. What we're looking for in loop 1, vampirism or evasion. Those two are very good. It's exactly the same. I sleep. Yeah, we're gonna want to try to find and level up one of those as much as possible. Because the boss is pretty rough, so you either want to be able to heal everything. Okay, we got a vampire mansion. vampire mansions. Very nice. I'll put you like up there. Kind of meadow. And the reason I'm putting these meadows like this is because if they're adjacent to a to another tile like this, then they become blooming, which means they heal 3 times as much as normal. Alright, got another loop down here, and we're coming into Danger Alley. Okay, ooh, legendary. 4% less vampirism for extra defense and regen. Might not be worth it, but yeah, it might also be worth it. I don't know how good defense is, honestly. I haven't played too much. I'm mainly messing around with it. Vampire mansions, by the way, spawn vampires in adjacent battles only. Another rock. And mountains do the same thing as rocks, basically. I'm like a grove there. Got another vampire mansion. Throw you like over here. Vampires give good loot. So, by placing these cards down, you're making it harder for yourself to fight more enemies, but also you make it easier because you get some better loot from the stronger enemies. Road Lantern increases number of enemies that can spawn. We want to put that around the mansions, so it doesn't get too out of control. Oh, way better armor. Go ahead and throw that down. Ah, and our first vampire. Back off, human. A vampire? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more land, no more flock, only 100 years of emptiness. And 100 years of hunger. Yeah, he's not too happy. This guy needs a Snickers. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. Right! I'm doing this not just for myself, but for everyone. In the name of good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. So yeah, vampires kind of lost it now. Now they have vampirism, they're pretty strong, but luckily, yeah, we can take one easily. Vampires often owned our lands, they kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. But this won't do it all, now they're all just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger, even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. And vampires, of course, have vampirism and also give vampirism around, which is no bueno. Okay. Now this is much better. It's much less max HP, but we get that vampirism, which is good. And the rest of this is fine. Beacon. Alright, we can place some mountains and a beacon. Just throw over here because why not? And we'll save our meadow here. We'll get a better spot for it. Another grove. Go to Grove Alley. Now, eventually, this is going to create a nightmare to go through, but this is our first loop, so we're just looking to get a bunch of resources. No, thank you. Vampirism or evasion? These stats aren't too great. Oh, now this is what we're looking for. Counter 8%, evasion 10%. Wonderful. So we're up to 15% vampirism, so you can see, as you can see, we're healing with every hit. We do about 15% of our damage, we heal back. Which is good, and evasion of course allows us the chance to skip damage altogether. Ooh. I don't think so. Oh, we got an Oblivion card. We can use this to destroy tiles, which is always helpful. King Mountain, and we've now created a Mega Mountain. Good to see them. Alright, Vampire down. We got another Road Lantern. Oh, we got a Mimic. As you can see, the Vampire gave him 10% vampirism. Another Cemetery. another road lantern over here, probably. Keep the meadows, and throw down another cemetery right there. I'm not worried too much about strategy. Again, I'm just trying to build up resources at this point. So we can build some stuff back at camp. Spider, El Speedray Grove. Throw you up here. And soon we're gonna be pretty full on loot here. See very horrifying spiders. They don't just attack like a normal spider. They have this spike thing that comes out of their abdomen, which I do not appreciate. Like, this is nightmare fuel for me. I already hate spiders enough. And so like I am not vibing with that. I'll keep it 100%. Now once we hit 10 rocks, it spawns a goblin camp for every 10 rock/mountain tiles. And goblins do not fuck around. Let me tell you. You'll see when we get to them. Harpies don't either, and they spawn from the mountain. So we'll watch out for that. Some okay evades. Sustain isn't too great right now. Really use a better sword. Throw another rock to increase our HP. You see the mountain over here. Gives a ton of HP and then extra HP for all surrounding tiles, which is pretty good. Or all surrounding rock and mountain tiles, I should say. Ooh, this is getting a little bit dicey. Getting some good evades, but yeah. This will probably be our last loop, and then we'll retreat. Alright, throw down like a road lantern over here for sure to keep those guys in check. Another mountain here, a rock. Fill these up with the meadows, this doesn't really matter too much. And we might have to obliviate some stuff. Get out of here alive. HP is really low. It's scarily low. I have to retreat here. Okay. I've decided. How much healing do we get per day? 27. we take a spider. I don't think we have enough healing. I'm gonna retreat. We're gonna lose some resources, which isn't ideal. You only want to retreat when you're close to the camp, but I think I overextended us a little bit. I can't believe it. Hey, everybody, the boy managed to return. Survivors? Does this mean that I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget they even existed. Almost as if we forgot this place, the place we came from, and our families, and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's how I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I had managed to return? That means you remembered that I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Sorry, I had a little of an interruption in there. Oh, of course, I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I'll ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. Sweet. We're joking about helping you. Here are the few things that survive the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Alright. Sweet. Got some extra resources. Alright, so here's the camp building. Whole side of this game. So we want to build up resources to come back here in order to build more buildings to make us more powerful, to stay out longer, to get more resources to build up. As you can see. Now, first up, we're going to want to build a field kitchen faux show. Up there, so why not? And we got, ooh, look at this guy. What a chef. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. Ah, give this man. Round of applause, everybody. Greatest joke teller of all time. What? You were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. Give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smells of a good stew. Damn straight. What more could you want in the apocalypse other than a good cook? So that's all we have the resources for now, but we want to definitely get up all of this stuff. They all provide some pretty good bonuses. As for the field kitchen itself, it just makes our camp heal more whenever we pass it and gives us the Blood Grove card. That's right, here's where the deck building part comes in. So you have a maximum of 12 cards and a minimum of 7 that we can place out there. And they all do some very cool stuff, and we're going to make our deck a little bit better. Blood Groves are very good, help with killing enemies.